We have great expectations this summer at the Utah Shakespeare Festival as we prepare to open the second world premiere musical in our history. What does it take to bring a new musical to the stage? Who are the players involved in the process? And how do you prepare for a theatrical hit? The answers are on the way. I'm your host, Josh Stavros. This is Festival in 5. Many musicals are born over a piano, just an artist experimenting over a musical instrument until inspiration strikes and the next new musical sensation is born. But the journey of Great Expectations was a little different. Our story began in the classroom. The idea of creating a musical version of Great Expectations was conceived by a retired English teacher named Margaret HOORNEMAN. Margaret was convinced that Great Expectations was the perfect premise for a musical. At age 92, she began adapting the novel.
Well, a friend of mine knew that I was a songwriter and asked me if I would go out to lunch with him and his grandmother and talk about a musical version of Great Expectations. And just her passion for the project got me excited about wanting to commit to it.
And then Richard called me, because we have written many songs together and trust each other very much in our relationship, and he got me all excited, and I said, I'd love to do it.
Communicate that he will come into a most handsome property.
Let it be known you have great expectations for the song.
Actors Ellen Crawford and Dave Barris became involved in the project in the early stages of the process. They both star in the festival production in the roles they helped create. Dave as Joe Gargery and Ellen as Miss Havisham.
This show is so exciting to do because a friend of mine came to see the show, and I think he's quite right. Each song really forwards the plot and the characters, which many shows try to do and are usually not successful, frankly. This one is eclectic music, exciting.
The character of Joe Gargery is such a lovely thing to play every time we do the show because he is just so full of love. And so... And I sort of, in some ways, aspired to be this character. So to spend, 2 and whatever hours playing just a lovely, kind person who things bounce off and he just loves in spite of that is so fun for me.
In the year 2006, Great Expectations came to the attention of Jules, a director and producer who had worked in Los Angeles. Aaron directed the first developmental production of Great Expectations in 2008 in Los Angeles. The developmental production in Los Angeles was in a small 99-seat theater with minimal sets and costumes. Steve and Richard were doing major rewrites on the script and the music, and it didn't feature a fully orchestrated score. The Utah Shakespeare Festival is the first to mount a fully realized production in a large regional theater. Great Expectations' LA performances played for several months to rave reviews and sold-out audiences. This is where the show came to the attention of festival founder Fred C. Adams and executive director R. Scott Phillips.
Last spring I received a phone call from Daryl Archibald, our music director, said, Mr. Adams, you've got to get down to LA and see the workshop of this musical. It's perfect for Utah. Scott Phillips and I got in the car, ran down as fast as we possibly could. We saw the closing night, actually, and halfway through it, I was humming the music, and I said, we have to have this show. I know our audiences are going to love this show. After 50 years of running this festival, I have learned to trust my heart, and this is a show Utah Shakespeare Festival audiences will remember for years to come.
I will seize my finest hour. Faith gave me the power. I'll survive. Now I trust my heart.
We here at the festival have great expectations for the show and can't wait to share it with you this summer. Thanks for joining us on Festival in 5.
There's nothing so exciting. Up and roll dice, that is beyond inviting. It's worth the price until you're expediting.